Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show. And when I arrived here earlier today, I saw this, you cannot see it, this very beautiful little girl in front of the pavilion, and she was wearing a T-shirt. And we are not going to talk about love, but the T-shirt said, "All we need is love." And it's so beautiful. And you can hardly see it, but this girl was so happy.
What brings you so romantic these days in the Biennale? Because people start talking about your second show, the show when you talk about love, and you play the music from the love music from 12 centuries. So what brings you so much love emotion?
Yeah, I told you you changed my life, but can you please...
I changed your life? No, Biennale changed your life, right?
No. The Biennale is... Can you read your love letters, please?
Oh, let's do it later. We do it now?
Yeah, start.
Okay, so yesterday I was thinking, because the idea of this talking show is me and Nicolaus, these two people, they are so different, but they like each other. They try to understand on the stage, and we try to show the situation, the process of communication to the audience. But in the same time, I feel maybe my audience think I disconnected with them. So yesterday, I at my hotel, because I did this love letter project with the Second Life a few years before about the love letter. Like people can order my love letter through an art dealer in Second Life, and depend how much they pay, I wrote this love letter to them. But yesterday I find it's very interesting. It's nice. It's intimate if I can use the paper from my hotel room to write love letter. So I wrote 2 love letter, and anyone wanted, I can give to you as a gift. So I wrote 3, and then 2:30 I went out. I met this guy's friend on the lobby. They come to my taxi. I took them out, and maybe we're all tired. So in the end, we're a little bit aggressive. So I come back. I wrote the 3rd one. So I have 3. Now I read the first 2. You want to listen? Okay. Suddenly, I was at the place I always want to be. I love you more than yesterday, less than tomorrow. Mian, 27 September 2015. Who won this one? Okay, I give it to you. So I'm making it. Okay. And another one is, so I do this without telling him. So this is the first thing, so without discuss with him on the stage. The second one is, that was deep, pure, and sweet. Who wanted? Oh, good. Thank you. So the last one. When I come back from party with a little European intellectual, okay? I wrote this before I go to bed. I said, we did not try to understand each other. We just try to love each other. Mian, September 27, 2015. Who won this? Okay. Thank you, dear. So that's my gift. So, and then I will continue face to this guy, continue our communications on the stage.
Then let's talk about intellectual shit. Well?
I didn't say intellectual shit.
Yes, you said intellectual shit earlier. What
did I say that?
Yes.
What did I say?
What is all that intellectual shit about?
No.
European intellectual shit.
You can smell that, so it's difficult to describe it.
Yeah, but can you explain this a little more?
I like your friend. They can be so charming, but they read too much book, They just read too much book.
They read too much books, but you are writing books.
That's different. They read too much book, but they didn't read my book. No, I think we all limited by the knowledge we studied, we got it. But I always think, whatever how much book you read, but if the book did not works at our heart, it's just doesn't work, you know. Maybe reading lots of book is for communications, I don't know, but they're charming, they have no problem. Just in the end, we all get tired. So I think I had a problem because I lose my compassion.
Yeah, you know, we hardly invited any novelists, you know.
Pardon?
Here. We hardly invited any novelists here. Also, we have a lot of guests here. Exactly. A lot of guests here who deliver a keynote or who deliver a classical academic lecture.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
but
like
this
it.
is
But
I agree with you. It's not necessarily about communication. Yeah, they talk about communication and how this should be probably a better. How do we get a better world? Or try to analyze what is the status quo of the world. But it's not necessarily about communication. This is what you are doing. Or?
What do you mean? Books. It's not necessary for communication.
It's quite interesting when you know one of the keynote lectures about public and public space, public money, public space, private. No, not public space. Sorry, private sector, public sector, and it sector, hemisphere.
Okay.
Hemisphere, yeah. So, as in example, we are the Garage Museum belongs to the private sector.
Oh.
It's financed by a very wealthy woman or family. And earlier today, I was visiting the exhibition you told me about. I should visit. Leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
All of you who haven't seen the show, this is definitely the best show I have seen in Moscow.
Thank you, I think so.
And of contemporary art, much more interest. Also in a private gallery, privately financed gallery. It's also the private sector. But what this very young curator, maybe 25 years old, very smart. But
he's brilliant.
He's brilliant, yes. But he said he was extremely critical about the garage, and then
extremely critical about the garage.
Garage.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But
you can tell why. Yeah.
No, why?
He's young, you know. He's fresh. He's beautiful, you know. He romantic, you know. He's cynical. He mixed with so many emotional, you know.
Yeah. No, but what he said, we have to pay entrance. Nowadays, he said that all the people who are calling them philanthropes here in Russia.
Calling them what?
Philanthropes.
Calling who?
People call themselves, when they are opening a private museum and open it to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can define it as a philanthropic act. So, philanthropic.
Okay.
Act, philanthropic act, yeah, in a way.
Okay.
So, but he said this is not philanthropy because we have to pay them back, So we have to pay them, and they make money. They make lots of money. And then he talked about with the tickets and with tax benefits, and he really was talking about this, and I found that very smart. And then he was talking about we were talking about Melinda Gates. One of the, Bill Gates, the wife of Bill Gates, the Melinda Gates Foundation, that they are making, they're spending a lot of money, but they're making also lots of money, and they get richer and richer and richer and richer by their philanthropic behavior. Very interesting, yeah? So, but it's interesting, but also thinking about China, which the state has a different concept, like most of the European countries or Russia. What is is there a public? Where do you gather? Is there a more in the public sector or in the private sector? The museums, are they?
Yeah,
an example.
we start to have a lot of we start to have a more and more museum invested by the person or by individual company, like a person, like a rich people who owns the company, not belongs to the government. But this also, I think, related with the policy of Chinese government. I think there's a lot of benefit if they use the money to do art or to open a museum, of course. But I still believe they have the passion of art. Like Shanghai, in China, we has the biggest, one of the most important collector. He has a huge nightclub, like many floors, 7 floors, 5 floors, I don't remember. But in all this nightclub, he put all the artwork from all over the world he pick up. And he's very, very good to, you can feel he's very good for funding art, and he's very good for putting art in the space. But of course, most of people there, they are drunk. The singings, when we walk through the rooms, see all the art, we heard all the singing, like a stranger drunk singing come out from different rooms. We see lots of girls. It's become a location for me to take my friend who come from outside. Like next time you come to Shanghai, I will take you there. So he's a privately. Now he has his own art space in the Westbourne. That's a new area. There's a lot of people start to invest art in China, but there's a very, very few people that has a real passion about art. I think that's the same in everywhere.
As more investing, collecting as investment.
Also maybe just for vanity. I think collecting art is just a sickness, as long as you get, it's a disease, we can't say sickness. It's a disease. As long as you get it, you cannot get out of that. What do you think?
That's interesting, but it's it's a very close, very dense economical system, So this is why it's easy to make quite a lot of money with it. But it belongs to, that's definitely the private sector and the public sector, which I always try to understand. What is the public sector in China?
In China,
yeah. What does the state do for its citizens?
We have lots of money. The government give lots of money for art and culture these years. I don't know, They give lots of money to the.
Without any conditions.
Free interest. Let me think. Because I go everywhere is free, so I don't know.
Because you are a celebrity, you can enter everywhere for free.
I think they charge very little. If they charge the tickets, it's very, very cheap. But that's not the point. The point is what did you say?
No, you can enter everywhere for free.
No, not everywhere. I go to place when I can get free.
Okay.
No, I go to place when someone look after me. So that's my attitude, style. But in China. I don't know. I can't say that lots of people they do in culture and art important job, but actually they don't really understand what happened now and what is the contemporary China, contemporary situation, which is very important. Also, people start to take art and culture as a power. Like people start to become Buddhism as a faith, or like people start to imagine they have a master. They imagine this master is like their boyfriend. So I think it's the same. These kind of things quite serious in China. I don't see that much creative. I don't see that much creative energy and talent as fast, as strong as I see it in Moscow, to be honest.
I mean, what is the opposite of, you used the term contemporary life.
Yeah.
What is the opposite of contemporary life then? Conservative life?
The opposite of the contemporary life is no life.
Ah, yeah.
Like I was rude, say to your friend, you have no real life. This is so bad. After that, he's mad, become boring.
He is here, no? You can continue talking to him. He is still alive. I saw him this morning.
No, he's okay.
As if he has no life.
No. It was just my problem. I become aggressive when sometimes.
Okay, then let's call it then differently. What is
I really don't mean he
contemporary
didn't
life?
have a real life. I have to say that.
No, real life, no life. But what is traditional life then?
Traditional life is very simple. You have to breathe good, you have to eat good, you have to sleep good.
That's it.
That's it. We fucked because we cannot breathe good, we cannot eat good, we cannot sleep good. And then we make art.
But this sounds, my God, this sounds extremely depressing. To me, yes.
It's not depressing.
It's not depressing.
You should try. Just breathe good, sleep good, eat good. Things change after that.
Yeah. Okay, but then I couldn't, without drugs, without alcohol, without cigarettes, only with.
No, that's the base. So what I said is the base. After that, you will know what you want, and you fine with that. You fine with what you get what you want, or you fine with you don't get what you want. This is really what I understand. Because we start to losing all of this. We start to lose good air. We start to lose good food. We start to be so paranoid, so damaged, so damaged that we couldn't sleep well, or we be crossed by so many negative energy. We don't know what is that. We start to losing our sleeping. So it's caused a fight. It's a create war. What do you think? That's why we do art, because after we do art, after we write, we feel okay.
Yeah, but not all people do art, or do all people do art? Is everyone?
Yeah, but they do this different way. Maybe they can do a social network, or maybe they can go to the cinema, or maybe they just, they can do whatever they like. But the base it should be eat good, sleep well, and with good air.
Okay, but good air is not existing in
some place in China.
Yeah, but not necessarily in Shanghai.
I don't know. I was coughing in Shanghai. Since I arrived in Moscow, the cough stopped.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's a retreat center here, no? So
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's going on, because when I was in Shanghai, the number shows the air is clean, but I was coughing.
Yeah.
And when I arrived here, I stopped.
When you were reading your first love letter, you said Second Life something. Was that right?
Oh, Second Life is many years before. I did a project with Cao Fei. With his Second Life project everything is Second Life.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we did love letter in the Second Life. With
of course I know Second Life, but is there still? I know that is already a little bit dated, the so-called Second Life. But is there a parallel life? Mm-hmm. How many lives do you live?
How many lives I do live?
At this very moment.
It's now. I live now.
Yes.
I live here. I live now. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there? Okay. As I say, it's no second life for you at that very moment. In how many different? How do you think today? In which?
I think we are here is the consequent.
Consequence.
Result.
Brain.
I lose my English. I think we are here is not by. It's not by. It's not. I think we are here. There's a reason.
Okay. Which reason?
I think all of us here. There's a reason.
Of learning to misunderstand each other.
No, there's a reason. There's a reason, and it's a mystery. It's not only learning to understand each other, of course. We did not try to understand each other.
Now I get completely irritated. I think I don't understand you at all now.
Yeah, because you're tired.
I'm not so tired anymore.
Okay. So why you think you don't understand me at all at the 6 hour talk?
Maybe because I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The other days I was not necessarily
with your little
thinking.
European intellectual style.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking today, so maybe it's not good. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
You uncomfortable for what? For which reason?
Thinking.
So you did not think before?
Maybe less. Maybe now I try. Maybe now I get analytical and try what makes. I haven't thought about this the last day. If it makes sense. Now I think, God, what? It's the 6th day now at the biennial, and I never questioned the biennial. Now I do in a way. I'm really thinking about it. But does it make sense and for whom? Does it make sense? But you answered it. You said it has a reason why we are all here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This makes you scared or this makes you confused? So you
not
do
scared,
not,
confused.
You do not like mystery things. Mystery things. You like everything be certain, be sure, right?
No.
Yeah, that's not your style.
No.
Yeah, you like everything not sure. So what makes you feel you don't understand me?
Yeah, now I understand you again, yeah, because I was not thinking. Yeah. Yes.
No, you just
No,
traveled. You traveled. Your mind is traveled.
Yes,
with your little intellectual European style, you know, you traveled and then you come back because I have energy to make you come back the zone.
Yeah, it's a dome here. It's a Zoom.
Why is everything based on the zone? On your
Pardon?
belief of the zone, of the Buddhist.
Everything's not based on the zone. Everything based on the
But is that objective?
karma.
Is it objective?
No,
So then how can you tell him that he's not alive?
I couldn't hear.
How can you tell him that he's not alive, that he's different?
I never say that.
You
I
said he
said-
didn't understand, he didn't...
No, he
complete.
said he did not understand me. So I said, why you at the 6th talk, you suddenly feel you don't understand me? Right?
Why doesn't he understand you?
No, I just ask him question to continue our communication.
No, it's getting it wrong.
For all of you who haven't been here in the last days, our talk show, it's about understanding each other, and it's about dismantling communication. In a way, we start there where we where we started the very first day. So how to communicate?
Yes,
Again, and
it's the idea, yeah, how to communicate it between two people,
Between two people.
like you and me.
But it's so, and I cannot, I'm still...
I still think it's a brilliant idea.
But have you been to one of the keynote lectures here?
Here, I don't remember. No.
No? It's, yeah, I like this.
I would love
and
to understand them, but my English is not enough to understand. This is I say that for real.
But they are different ways of English, also different spoken English here, also from the native English speakers and from the non-native I honestly have the same, yeah. So I like to listen to non-native English speakers. It's easier, it's a little bit slower and a bit more softer and less TED talkish, yeah. And tonight we have Goran Petrovic, who's from Serbia, and English I think is his third language. You should join this.
Yes.
Because I'm also I'm not sure if the keynote lectures are communication. Yeah. If people are more talking about themselves more, or do they? Despite the fact that they are delivering interesting topics. But
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's about communication and is it about how to gather. So it's.
Why you think you are not sure it's about the communication?
No, I'm not. It's interesting. I'm just thinking about listening
It's so
to
interesting you think in that way.
I'm not negative at all about
No,
this.
I didn't think you're negative. No. I never think you're negative.
No.
You're not negative. You just have a very different way of thinking.
Yeah, now I have a
With
different
the-
way of thinking because I'm just thinking where do things happen more as a interacting communication here, that people are communicating here. When I look here into the room, people are communicating, talking in front of a photography or talking in front of yeah, just sitting there and talking in front of all the other photographies. You know, this is definitely communication. So and interacting with this what they are seeing. I'm thinking about why those keynote lectures.
Maybe they just more about express themselves, not about the communication, which is fine. I certainly remember when I was in the beginning of my writing, in the beginning, when I just started to publish my works, I wrote a statement said I'm not interested in any communications. I'm just express myself, because communication could be so difficult if you marry to this idea, you know. Even we on the stage, I think communication each other is a concept, but actually we're just keeping us talk in the good way without the ego, which is very good. And of course, I'm a writer for fiction, so as long as I feel everything is like a theater, I feel good. I like people bring me the feeling of fiction. But this fiction doesn't mean fake. This fiction means more related with our inner space, our heart. So, but are we really communications? I'm not sure. But we have this concept, which is different with the keynote, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're done. You okay with this?
I'm totally fine with it, but we are also talking indirectly. We are talking about all the topics which were addressed here
yes, at
all the keynotes or in the intellectual brain workshops. Yeah.
Intellectual
brain
workshop.
I just wanted to introduce a new term.
Okay.
Brain workshops, maybe. Yeah. It's are you interested in what will stay?
What will stay?
Of this biennial, yes. Memories.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
And memories. Do you go to a theater sometimes?
Yes, yesterday.
Yes, last night.
Yeah, I went to see a musical.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
What do you prefer? Or where do you have more memories? Or where do you catch your memories? More from a museum visit or from life?
I like what happened here. The problem is we don't really communicate it with the Russian or the keynote. I don't understand the most English, but I really, really like the idea of this Biennale, and I really like the images, the feeling I touched here. I think this has become like one of the brilliant memory in my memory. This is for sure. And also I like the first night start raining. My friends take me walk to the Opera Square, and this is really, really, I love it, this Opera Square in the raining Moscow.
And this year, is this more a theater, the biennial, or more an exhibition?
I think it's exhibition, of course. It's happening. It's an exhibition of what happened, and it's the exhibition about a lot of things. I think that's what I feel, because I sometimes also produce exhibition in Paris, in Shanghai, but more and more I start to feel very tired about just seeing artwork hanging on the white wall. Even the place is very beautiful. I feel dead, you know. I like what happened here. So I think it's great. And also I think what happened here is Moscow Biennale brings people think what happened, what really happened, what the story behind this situation. In the end we see that, maybe these three curators, they are just so smart, you know. So I think it's great. I say that for real.
Yeah, it's great that we haven't published our ebook yet, but thank you for the foreword.
Okay.
It's
my pleasure.
No, maybe you should write it.
No.
Even.
I can write in Chinese, of course, yeah.
It
could be much more beautiful if I write in Chinese about this Biennale. Yes, for sure I can write it.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have any other questions? I'm out of questions.
Will you translate it? Will you translate her Chinese?
Yes, my Chinese got so much better this week. And yes, we definitely will translate the Chinese, but I'm pretty sure that it's almost impossible to get proper translations from Chinese. This is so difficult. It's because the language has it's the same as Arabic, but
it could be. So if we talk about the lost translation, we can spend like 10 days to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely a certain loss, but there's a certain theme though that follows through.
As I'm quoting also this film, in a way, Lost in Translation, which is one of my, it's not one of my most beloved films, but it's one of the most beloved titles for in my memory, for a film or for a subject in which we are all operating, that so many things are getting lost in translation, and metaphorically. But in China, and this is maybe one of the main communication problems. We not the two of us, but we from people from Europe or from the West having this with China, that so many emotions are getting lost in translation.
Yeah, that's for
so
sure.
So this is always when I'm in China.
Yeah,
so this
but you lost your memory because you said you met me twice in China. You only met me once.
I know, so
you
but I was
only
lying.
Lost in translation. You lost your memory. Shanghai is like a washing machine, you know, washed your brain.
Yeah, but this was another lie, you know.
Oh, wow.
So, but we met afterwards. We met afterwards when the very first time. It's I haven't lost my memory.
No, you said you met me twice.
I know.
You met me once.
In Shanghai once, but also we met somewhere else. So.
No.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about this later. Okay.
And,
Lost in translation.
Today is the Chinese Moon Festival.
Yes.
Everybody get together. So I'm happy we're together here. I hope you enjoy it. Okay.
What do you do celebrating the Moon Festival?
We just get together.
And you have these lampions everywhere, yeah?
Yeah, we just get together and we party. Like last night, Shanghai has lots of party everywhere.
And what do you do? Just getting together without talking?
No, we just eat, have a nice dinner, and then, because it's full moon, so everybody gets so emotional, and you know, we go party, and we love each other more.
Yeah. When are the most babies born?
Maybe.
In which month?
I don't know. We can count it.
That's interesting. Okay. We're out of communication.
We're out of communication.
Maybe a little
Me
bit.
and you.
No.
You're tired. You drink last night.
Yes, I went to a birthday party.
We'll give you a break. As a curator, you're tired.
I never drink alcohol.
No, you don't have to be always, good. Sometimes you can be also very good, you know.
And sometimes I'm allowed to be tired. We had a birthday party last night.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for listening. And
we'll see you guys tomorrow. So can we introduce what happened will be tomorrow? Tomorrow will be the last day, right?
No, I think we first need to discuss, and then we need to introduce it on the spot tomorrow, and we try to be very, 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 very fast and active tomorrow. So I will sleep and I won't drink.
Good.
And,
it's okay.
And she's going to drink and not sleep.
Maybe you should get a drink.
No, I mean the 5 years stop drinking process. No, it's only 1.5 years.
Tea.
I don't need to drink tea. I'm always.
Thank you very much.
So we continue to stay later.